Bluff Europe Poker Academy is for both beginners and intermediates. It's a series of day-long and in some cases 2-day seminars designed to help with live tuition. What we concentrate on is lectures given by professional poker players and also live hand analysis workshops where you'll sit down and play some mock-up hands and the pros will actually run through how you played the hands. In addition to that, we have the pros talking about TV hands that they played in, and they will basically run through what their action was, what they were considering at the time, what prompted them to act in a certain way. There's feedback from the guests, feedback from the attendees, and general discussions. Started the Poker Academy with Bluff Europe because we wanted to give some live tuition. We felt that there was no live tuition in the poker world, in the UK at least. It's good fun to get out there and not play online poker all the time and actually interact with some other poker players. And I enjoy teaching myself, and it's good fun to play with the other pros and teach people in general about poker. My name's Rousso. I'm a Unibet sponsored pro and also a columnist for Bluff Europe. I write under the name Pickleman, which is what I used to do before I was a poker player. I used to be a pickle importer. Day to day I play cash games online. I mostly concentrate on Pot Limit Omaha, but I do play live as well, either Omaha tournaments or Hold'em tournaments as well. We've had quite a few tutors in the past. We started off with Ian Fraser and Paul Jackson, and our star guest at the end of Series 1 was Phil Lark, the Unabomber. This season we've been working with Black Belt Poker. We've had Neil Channing and Nick Passot as our guest lecturers, and we've also just recently done a lecture with Stuart Rutter and Jeff Kimber from GUKPT. For this year's boot camp, our special guest is Annette Obrestad, the World Series of Poker Europe main event champion from a few years ago. The Academy is for both intermediates and beginners. I think intermediates are the ones that are going to benefit the most, but we do try and make sure that all our subject material is both for beginners and intermediates. We try and make sure that it covers things that both of those people need to learn. I think intermediates will gain the most from the Academy because it's a good idea to be able to ask pros specific questions about how you played hands and so on and so forth. But we do have beginner academies as well. In general, we try and talk about live poker. So the most recent academy that we did was called the Transition to the Live Arena. So we covered the subject of basically a lot of players will have played online, but when they play live, they find it difficult to make that transition because all of a sudden you're handling chips and you're looking at chip stacks and you're only playing 30 hands an hour rather than maybe 200. So we covered all sorts of stuff to do with tells, to do with counting chip stacks, to do with how to satellite into major events and what to do when you got there. In the past, we've done other academies concentrating on cash, concentrating on tournaments, and one of my personal favourites is the bankroll management lecture that we do, which shows a series of graphs of quite famous players and just what the ups and downs are in poker. And I think that surprises a lot of people, how even people like Tom Dwan and Gus Hansen can have some quite serious downswings in their variance, in their bankroll graphs. One thing we're going to announce very soon is the boot camp that we've got on May the 8th and 9th of 2010. We're going to have a special guest who is Annette Obrestad. She's the main event winner of the World Series of Poker Europe in 2007, I believe. And She is going to be coming along as our star guest for that 2-day camp. We've also got Neil Channing and Nick Pissot, and in that camp we'll be going to give away a 1,500 WSOP package, and including flights and accommodation.